I've been out of work for 7 months, waiting for an opportunity to come along in the top flight. Suddenly, there are two at once, and we've got an interview for one of them. Find out which one in just a moment. Hello and welcome to part 84 of The Pilgrimage. My name is Jamie, and as I said in the introduction, coming up on today's episode, I've got an interview with Inter Milan. So let's get straight into the interview and see if we can land the job. Okay, so they're welcoming us in. They're glad we've come to discuss the plans and the club's vision should we be successful in getting the job. So let's get straight into it. Are you worried about not being able to speak the language? What am I going to say to this one? I don't think it's something to worry about. I can learn the language in time. I think that's fair. So I'll agree to learn the language. Having never managed a club of our stature and reputation, are you able to make a convincing case as to why that should be overlooked and you should be hired? I spent the majority of my career building up considerable experience with smaller clubs in preparation for an opportunity with a bigger team. I hope to get that chance here. I think that's fair. You've developed a reputation for applying for other jobs while still employed. What's all that about? Right, let's have a look. What shall we go with? I think we'll make it a positive. We'll say I won't let anything get in the way of my ambition to further my career prospects. Can you explain why you appear to be in the running for a few jobs? We will tell them I'm just trying to forge ahead with my career by any means necessary. The club would be looking for a candidate capable of performing to competition expectations, something our last manager did not do. Are you confident of handling that better than your predecessor? So I will always back myself to succeed. We've been performing well below expectations. They were on our best run of the season. Could you get the team back on track? Yeah. I'm going to say I back myself to come in and make an immediate difference. Would you be comfortable working with Igli Tare, our director of football? Yeah, absolutely. We understand the importance of having the right backroom team in place when a manager moves to a new club. We're willing to allow you to request any changes you'd like to make. I don't want to make any. I'm not in a job at the moment, so I haven't got any backroom staff to bring with me. So we'll say no budget will be required. We can revisit that in the future. Do I have any thoughts about the club's long-term vision? Well, let's have a look at it. Sign Italian players, absolutely fine. Work within the wage budget, well, I would expect that anyway. 4-year contracts for first-team players, excellent, because that will make it harder for them to be taken away. Spend the original transfer budget, that's an interesting one. Maintain the best youth system in the country, excellent, so we can give opportunities to young players. And maintain the best youth system in the world, same. So they want us to reach the final of the Europa League. I'm looking to win it, so that's fine. They want a top half finish in Serie A this season, I think that's fine. And they want us to reach the Coppa Italia final, excellent. So they want us to work towards winning the league next season and then win it the season after and continue winning it forevermore. So yeah, an exciting future. Be more than happy to work towards those objectives. I think I could go slightly better than that. We'll go for the Europa Conference League. Would a proposed transfer budget of 10.71 million be sufficient? Yeah, it's realistic. Wage budget of 3.85 million per week. Yeah, I think that's fine. Happy to work with it. Okay, do you have any requests? No, I don't. Okay, that's the end of the interview. I'll come back when I've got either an answer to whether we've got the Inter job, or if there are any interviews at any other clubs. Just 2 days since the interview with Inter Milan, and I've got another job interview offer. This time it's with Arsenal. So let's get straight into the interview and see what they've got to say. So they're welcoming us in. Glad we've come along to discuss the plans. It's great to be here. Let's get started. Having never managed a club of our stature and reputation, are you able to make a convincing case as to why that should be overlooked and you should be hired? Spent the majority of my career building up considerable experience. Been unemployed for a fairly long time now. Why haven't you returned to management yet? Been waiting for the right opportunity. And more importantly, the right club. Looking to make a step up. You're looking to make a step up from your previous club. Can you handle that? I don't think there's a dramatic difference. I'd feel very comfortable working here. Why have you felt it acceptable to apply for a number of jobs whilst employed by another team throughout your career? I feel that's acceptable. Okay, you're up for a few jobs right now, it seems. Are you hedging your bets? Just trying to forge ahead with my career. Are you willing to assure us you do a better job of meeting expectations than your potential predecessor did? Confident of achieving every target set for me? Are you the right person to turn this underachieving club around? Yep, I back myself to come in and make an immediate difference. Again, I'm out of work at the moment, so I haven't got a backroom staff to bring with me. So I'm going to say I won't need a budget. I don't plan on making any changes. Let's have a look at their long-term vision. Attacking football, entertaining football. Players under the age of 23 for the first team. Perfect. We're within the wage budget. That's fine. So they want a mid-table finish in the Premier League. That's fine. Quarter-final of the FA Cup, and they don't care about the EFL Cup. We're not in Europe. So they want to work towards being recognised as best of the rest for the next 2 seasons. Become the best of the rest. And that's the limit of their ambitions. Yeah, happy with that. I think we can promise a top half finish this season, and we will agree with the transfer budget and a wage budget of 7.16 million. We'll agree to that. Any requests? No, I'm good. Okay, that's the end of the Arsenal interview. I will say at this point that I want the Inter job, so I will hopefully get an answer from Inter first, and if I get offered that job I will be taking it, but if Arsenal come back first then we'll be trying to delay it and see if we can get the Inter job after all. So well, it's now the 19th of December, just 4 days since the Inter Milan interview, and as you can see, they've offered me the job. So let's start the negotiations, and let's just consider the club vision to start with. So sign Italian players, fine. Work within the wage budget, we know about that anyway. 4-year contracts for first team players, great. Spend the original transfer budget, yeah, that's fine, we can do that. Maintain the best youth system in the country and the world, fine, we can do that. Reach the Europa League final, great. We'll do our best to do that. Qualify for the Europa Conference League and reach the final of the Coppa Italia. Work towards winning the league next season. So for me, that means qualify for the Champions League and win the league the season after. Continue doing so thereafter. Excellent. They're offering us a 3-year contract on £17,250 a week. I think we will accept that offer. Okay, so the news is official. We are the new manager of Inter. As you can see, it says Inter have today confirmed the appointment of Jamie Sheehan as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 51-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football and is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at Giuseppe Meazza. Sheehan arrives with a record of 286 wins, 85 draws and 109 defeats in his career. He's also won 5 league titles and a cup. His first game in charge will be against Empoli in Serie A on the 22nd of December 2030. He replaces previous manager Diego Simeone. Niko Kovac was considered to be the favourite, but it's unclear whether the club favoured Sheehan all along. Sheehan, 51, has accumulated 9 years of experience with the likes of West Bromwich Albion and Reading FC. Sheehan prefers to use a 4-3-3 DM wide formation. Sheehan lifted the Sky Bet Championship with Reading in 2027 and will now be afforded the chance to enhance his reputation by bringing success to his new club. Inter have been disappointing in Serie A so far this season, find themselves in 9th place. Inter have drawn 3 of their last 5 games in the league and they've won 2, lost 1 and drawn 2 of their last 5 matches. So with the news now official, that brings today's episode to an end. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching and goodbye.